Hey guys, Justin here. We're here at Web Summit 2022. We're in Lisbon, Portugal, and I just wanted to tell you all about why we're here and why you should attend Web Summit, but just give you a general overview about Web Summit, Collision, all these kind of conferences. We're a digital agency. We do product design and product marketing. So for us, we like to come here to really get a sense of, what kind of new digital products are coming up in the industry. You kind of get to see on a very grassroots level where there's problems in the market that technology is solving them, right? Essentially what they have is they have all these alpha, beta, and growth type startup areas where you get anything from like a small one-person, two-person team all the way up to, larger 20, 30, 100 size companies. But it's really cool to just see the stories of some of these guys who are risking everything for an idea. And as you're walking through, you see all these ideas that you're like, whoa, cool. Like I never thought of that. Or maybe you did think of it and you see somebody actually out there implementing it. So really for me, that's the core of what an event like this is and why it's interesting to go. What I tend to do is I go through all these little areas. I see different industries that I find interesting, and I'll just go by and scan their booths and read their little elevator pitches on, what their company does and what's interesting about them. And from there, if I see something cool, I'll come up and talk to them and get a little demo. Usually they'll give you a demo. I feel like that's the core of what one of these events is about and why I like them so much. Not a lot of agencies at this event, but I feel like there should be. You have the business people, the investors who are looking to invest in some of these startups, and then you have all these startups, and somewhere in the middle is all the people that you need to recruit and to build these companies. We will be at Collision in June 2023 because we really feel like design agencies should be more represented there. So the other thing that I like for Web Summit is just software shopping. There's a lot of software out there. It changes very quickly. Every year around the end of the year, we try to assess what software is best for us as an agency. So what I do after I kind of talk to the startups is I go to some of these more established software companies and really start planning out my tech stack for next year. What are some things that we're struggling with internally as an agency on software, and just go around and shop around and see if we can fill in some of those gaps in our efficiencies and how we do stuff. Let's get on to the talks. So there were some really interesting talks. I did not catch a lot of them. Like I said, I tend to like to be more on the ground with some of these startups, but there was one talk that just totally stood out, and that's Mikhailo Fedorov. He's the Vice Prime Minister and the Minister of Digital Transformation at Government of Ukraine. Absolutely amazing talk. He was responsible for implementing things like Ukraine's digital passport, and since the Russian invasion of Ukraine, he has been on the front lines of using technology to help the Ukrainians win this war. And really his speech was a rallying cry. It was a rallying cry to the people in the audience. These are the areas where Ukraine needs help and where there's opportunities to use technology to win this war. End of each segment that he went through said, you guys here can help. Sign up to help. Donate to help. Not just donate money, donate your innovation and your ideas to help us win this war. I think it was a team of like 30 or 40, a startup within the Ukrainian military that is actually responsible for, I would say, saving their country completely. To hear these stories and to see somebody who is really on the front lines trying to protect his country was really inspiring. It was a rallying cry, and people stood up, gave a standing ovation for this man's bravery and really drawing that direct line where tech can actually help in a situation that really is dire right now and people need help. That was by far the best talk that I saw. And then we had the mayor of Portugal and one of the co-founders of Airbnb, Nathan Belkazar. I'm pronouncing it horribly. I've tried even Googling how to pronounce his name. Belkazar. I don't know. Really what they were talking about was digital nomad culture and Airbnbs. I'm staying in an Airbnb right now, so I'm sure tens of thousands of people coming into Portugal are as well. I saw some stuff on TikTok about how Lisbon has implemented this digital nomad visa, so tons of people are coming here because it's significantly a bit cheaper than most other Western European cities. But because of that, it's really drove up the real estate prices here. So I think the minimum wage here in Lisbon is something like 800 euros euros a month. So it's really having the real estate prices and the cost of living drive up with all these digital nomads coming into the city has an effect. So just having the mayor talking about, obviously he's aligned with Airbnb and bringing in digital tourism. He's very progressive, very digital first mayor, but he also has a responsibility to his citizens and make sure that people that are vulnerable and sensitive to these price hikes are taken care of as well. So just a really good time to reflect on why we're here and the impacts of 70,000 people descending on a city. I'm happy that they had that conversation. The other thing that we really enjoy obviously is the night parties. Those are always a great way to just like connect and meet new people. There was a free event the first night, which was David Guetta and Armin van Buren. Absolutely awesome party, well put together. My expectation was that you show up, the party would be, you play for an hour or something, collect his check and get out of there. But it was a legit great performance by David Guetta. I didn't stay all the way from Armin van Buren because it was a little sleepy from our flight. Absolutely laid it down, 2 to 3 hour set, so much fun, great audio, visuals. It was just really fun. So that's another great thing about coming out here. It's just like really good parties, well put together, well organized. Really enjoyed it. We're on our last day at Web Summit. They're great events for anyone who's in the startup and tech industry to get out, get to learn the industry, get to learn what people are doing and what people are pitching in the tech world. And again, my name's Justin. I'm the founder of a product design agency called Craftwork, and we're here at Web Summit in Lisbon. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.